Hi, everybody. My name is Corey Israel, and I'm a career counselor here at SLU. And I have with me my friend Aaron.
Hey everyone, my name is Aaron Peliquin, and I'm also another career counselor here in our career services department.
And we're going to talk a little bit today about what our office does and why, as a first year student, you might want to get involved with our office right away, as well as talk a little bit about deciding on a major. We want you to know that that's totally okay if you aren't quite sure what you want to study or what you might want to do for a career someday or down the road. So we want to know we're here to help. We're going to share some resources that could be helpful to you as you go through that process. So we're going to walk you through some of those. All right, so first let's start with what career services means. So what we do on campus. So our office does a lot of things, actually. We can be really helpful to you in your first year all the way through your senior year, and then even as an alum of St. Louis University. So some of the things that we can help with, especially early on, would be career counseling. So that would be one-on-one appointments to help you explore different majors, careers, try to get a sense of where you think you're headed. And we do that through conversation and assessments that Aaron will talk a little bit more about. We also have a lot of online resources that can be helpful to you as you start to do that exploration, even as early as now. So you could start using these before you even get to campus. We also help with things like resume writing, cover letter writing, so that you have documents prepared to apply for different things like jobs and internships, whether those are on campus or off campus. We can help with all of those things so you make sure that your documents are ready to go. We can help you come up with a good process to search for those opportunities. We have lots of tricks that we can share and help you find websites and other ways to look for those different opportunities. We also host a lot of career events. So that's anything from large scale career fairs to virtual events where we might talk with professionals in different industries to learn more about those fields. We can also help with preparing for interviews. So interviews can be a little bit scary for those of you who've never maybe done one before, or it's been a little while. So we can do mock interviews to help with those, get those nerves out. And then we also help students think about the skills they want to develop while they're at SLU and the different opportunities that they can take to develop those. And there's lots of other things, but that's what we're going to talk about today. So passing it to you, Aaron.
All right, why work with a career counselor? Well, there are about 1,000 reasons why you should want to work with us, but we'll keep it limited to a few. I would like to start with just a common misconception when it comes to working with a career counselor. While we do help you and assist you with a lot of different career development initiatives, we won't necessarily tell you what major you should choose. Even if you haven't chosen a major yet and you're, taking some time to kind of think about that, that's a decision that you get to drive, and that's completely up to you. So just something that I wanted to mention early on. But as you can see here, there are a lot of different things that we do assist you with, as well as exploring different career options and career goals that maybe you are wanting to just tackle over the year or over your duration of your undergraduate studies, or support you in different career decision making initiatives as well. And kind of like Corey said previously, we really do want to help zoom in on skill development, as we know the world of work is changing every day and is changing all the time. And so we really want to walk alongside of you and help you understand what skills and talents you already have, and just take a deeper dive into ones that you kind of want to work through or just gain more experience in, as you kind of start to learn more about yourself as it relates to just skill development and different talents and things along that nature too. And we also do, we really do enjoy working with you all through different resources and tools, and helping you to strategize what makes the most sense for you in the different fields that you will be studying in. And so, and as Corey mentioned, we work one-on-one with all students, one-on-one with all students. And so, and that's case by case too. And so if there's a specific skill or a specific career place that you're trying to get to in your journey, then that's what we're here for. All right. So one neat opportunity is our career decision making class. So this class is taught by our staff here in the career services department. It's a 1 credit hour interactive course. It's open to first year students, and it just gives you an opportunity to have some allocated time that can be geared towards your career journey and how you can start the process now. You know, another misconception is maybe I should wait till my junior year or my senior year to start thinking about internships and job shadowing opportunities and networking events, and maybe getting involved in the community or making connections with professors or faculty members who can help open up the door for me, you know, later down the line. Well, I would say that the best time, like Corey said, is to do those things now. And so if you are still thinking through, you know, maybe the classes that you want to take this fall, and you really want to jump the gun on getting started in this process, then I would say, you know, to maybe consider taking this class, you know, and just opening yourself up to a wider aspect of, you know, of the world of work and what it looks like to really, you know, take ownership of not only your collegiate journey, but just your career development journey as well. We do offer different assessments too. You know, if you are having a hard time, maybe just figuring out what your skills are, how you think about making decisions, how your personality style, what types of environments are most suitable for you, then we do have a couple of different assessments that we like to work through. One of those, just to name, is our strong interest inventory. You know, I won't go into too much of it right now. I'll save that for an appointment when you all come to visit us. But nonetheless, just the strong interest inventory is really a great tool to help you understand just and learn about different career options or paths that you may just be interested in. As we know, assessments are great tools. They won't tell us what we should do, but they are great resources to help us make decisions about the path that we want to head down.
Okay, back to me. So you might be wondering, sort of, what are some of the resources you can start using now before you even arrive on campus? We're happy to share those with you because we want you to get a head start on some of those things. So the first point I'll mention is a lot of the info that would be helpful for you to know as far as our office can be found on the SLU website, just slu.edu/career -services. And then specifically, I would suggest that you start small. So don't, you know, try to ingest all of that website, but the specific part that's called online resources and podcast. So I'll mention that this past year we did start a podcast. And so if you're kind of curious about career related topics and want to listen to that, you can do that on this page as well. But specifically, the one resource that we encourage students to start with is called What Can I Do with This Major? And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's going to tell you what you can do with different majors. I will give a disclaimer that it's not an all-encompassing list, because you can do a ton of things if you have the right skills with any major. So you don't have to think about it as limiting, but it's just a place to start. So what are some of the things that generally lead from this major to the world of work? Another thing you can do is just Google, go to good old Google and look up the ONET online, which also has different insight into careers that could be of interest to you. It's also got some info on careers that are new and like up and coming. It also has info on careers that are environmentally friendly. So there's all kinds of things you can find on that site, as well as the Occupational Outlook, which if you look up that particular site and Google Occupational Outlook Handbook, I believe is the right verbiage. It's a government database that has all kinds of info on tons of different jobs, careers, and also if there are fields that are growing or declining. And you can do salary comparisons on that site as well. So there's lots of things you can start looking at. There are tons of other resources too, but those are where we generally would have someone who's exploring start. Another resource that you might be able to access after watching the other one of these videos. So one of our colleagues will do a video on using Handshake and finding info on on-campus jobs. So there's a resource in Handshake that's called Vault. And that can be really helpful. It's found under Career Center and then resources, which if you're interested, watch that other video on using Handshake, and the on-campus job search. In Vault, it allows you to look up tons and tons of career and industry information. It can be a little bit more thorough than some of the other ones. You just have to use Handshake to access that. So that's something that, again, if you had questions or weren't quite sure how to get there, you're always welcome to email us, and Erin's going to talk about how to contact us on the last slide. So we'll talk about that in a minute, but those are some resources you can start with. So other things that you should start thinking about now, and not that we want you to spend your summer stressed out about this, but it is really good to start thinking about how you might plan your time for when you're on campus and involved in things. There are so many things you can get involved with on SLU's campus. Excuse me. Tons of extracurricular activities for you to join. And so one of the things you want to think about is which of the things that you can devote your time to. So outside of the classroom, which we know you'd be devoting a lot of time to your studies, but you have some extra hours in your day. So how are you going to use those? So things like leadership positions, getting involved in service, research, even your on-campus jobs, internships, things like that. Those can be really helpful in terms of skill building. So like I talked about at the very beginning, we want you to leave SLU with as many skills that are going to make you marketable in your field down the road. You don't have to know what your field even is to start doing these things. It's just important to, learn how to communicate with others and how to lead groups, how to give back to your community, things like that. So really start thinking like how, were there things you did in high school that you enjoyed? What might the equivalent be here at SLU? Is there a group that you could join? Is there a group you could start? SLU has tons and tons of on-campus groups. So start thinking about, what experiences do you think will be helpful for you down the road? And that's another thing that we can help with. So a career counselor could help you start thinking about that and start planning that extracurricular time. Okay, back to you, sir.
All right, so this is where you can find us, right in the middle of campus in our beautiful building. Grisette Hall, Suite 130. And also listed here is our email address. And if you just want to, if you are just have any questions or concerns, or again, like we've been mentioning, if you just want to get things started early and just, get those conversations started around your career development and maybe just some interests you have and learning how to navigate through those, then you can send an email to our career services account, and it will get to where it needs to go, and we'll make sure that we get back to you. Also, I really want to bring attention to our virtual career lab hours, Monday through Friday from 1 to 2 p.m. And you can get to this through Handshake, or you can just scan the code right here that you see, and you'll be able to get in touch with us and just drop in the virtual career, our virtual career hours, and you can say hi, hello, or again, maybe even just a couple of questions, or even if you just want to meet someone, just to say hi. And if you need any help navigating through anything, we're here to help, for a multitude of reasons as well. So, and also just as you get ready for the fall and, start navigating through, becoming a college student, you can sign up to meet with your individual career counselors through EAB Navigate. And so again, it can seem a lot right now, but these are all different just ways to get in contact with us. And there always will be someone to help if you get confused on anything.
Actually, and before we go to the last slide, Erin, I'll jump in. We didn't put it on the slides, but I will mention that there are also some opportunities during SLU 101 for drop-in hours with our office too. So you can look for those. They'll be in your SLU 101 materials, but that's another great way to talk to a counselor if you're having some questions about majors and things like that. So that's an option for you as well.
Yeah. Thanks, Corey. And finally, connect with us on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. We're everywhere. And so, yeah, this is also just a great way just to see what we're up to as it relates to different career development initiatives, and just to start, even just to start those networking processes and just getting in the habit of seeing what's going on through the summer or things to be on your radar for the fall. Um, if you need anything, we're here.
Yep, we're looking forward to meeting all of you. So let us know if we can help. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. See ya.